Morning everybody, hope you're fine. I've got that straggled look this morning, my hair, so I apologise. A bit of a frog still from last night. I've been talking far too much, more than what I ever talk, believe it or not. Morning Heather, morning Ginny. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to come on. Hi Catherine. Your delivery will be this afternoon. Martina, hi. Yeah, this afternoon. So, just hi Jane. Back again, I know. Hi Michelle, how you doing, my darling? Hope you're okay. Morning Debbie. Morning June. Hiya Joe. Morning Hazel. Look at that, it's like a wake-up call, isn't it? Morning, it's 11 o'clock everybody. Hi Louise. Oh good. Oh yeah, no, it'd be good. You'll be able to do some crafting, won't you? Right, okay, so morning Margaret. Morning Val. I haven't got a coffee again, I didn't have time this morning. Hiya Sheila. Do you have a website? No, I don't. We're doing it at the moment and we are frantically working. Hi Louise, as fast as we can to get it online. So bear with me. I am going to show you, I know it's a long time no see. I'm going to show you some new releases. Morning Sue, morning Eileen. The new releases from Julie Hickey, which I actually got yesterday. So, yeah, I'm going to show you those this morning. I know, we needed a roll call, don't we? So, right, okay, so just, yeah, I'm looking forward to it today. It's a nice easy one today because I've got to, hi Linda, I've got to dash out straight after here and whiz down to Paper Artsy in Brentwood and go and pick up all my stock for Joe's live on Saturday. And I've also got to get everybody's the ones that need to go via the post, in the post, first class this afternoon. So yes, Martina, I do have the new Paper Artsy. That is what I am going to collect as soon as I've finished here. So we've got a little bit of a quicker project to do today because, as I say, I'm going to fly down to Paper Artsy and actually pick it up because it just saves a little bit of time. And I know everybody's eager to get their hands on it. I've also got, I've got Tracy's new release that is being released Thursday, which is tomorrow. I've got Joe's new release and I've also got Seth's new release. Morning Shirley. So yeah, we've got it all here. So I know I'm good at that. They call me a white witch. some might disagree with that and might call me something else, but that's what I like to think I am anyway. Right, so before we go any further, had some news this morning that a good friend of ours from Eileen's, Siobhan, now Siobhan, and I'm reading this because Heather sent it to me this morning. Siobhan's a midwife with Lewisham Hospital. She doesn't catch babies anymore, but she sees lots and lots of pregnant women in her clinic every single day. Now, unfortunately, Siobhan has got a cough and a temperature, as well as her son has got a temperature as well. So from me, and I'm sure from all of you, she's getting tested today, that we just want to say a really good fingers crossed for you, Siobhan. Also, you know, if it comes back positive, then hopefully you won't suffer too badly. But Heather is going to keep us in the loop, and all our hopes and prayers are with you, Siobhan. All right, we wish you well and hope you have a speedy recovery and get back to normal soon. Much love to you. I know, Eileen. I was really upset when I heard that this morning. So Heather is going to keep us in the loop, though. So I'll keep you in the loop as well, and everybody else. Right, morning Vivian and morning Linda. Yeah, fingers crossed they'll both be okay. Morning Lynn. Right, so what I'm going to do... Hiya Tracy again. This is getting a bit of a regular thing, isn't it? What I'm going to do is first of all, I'm going to show you the new release from Julie Hickey. This came and fell on my lap yesterday. And for those of you last night, I still haven't gone through all the messages from last night, but I plan on doing that at some point in the next 24 hours. At the moment, just so you know, I'm concentrating on getting all the orders to people for Tracy Scott, for Joe Firth Young's live with us on Saturday. So at the moment, that's my priority. And then after that, I'll be working my way through all the orders from last night. If I haven't contacted you by tomorrow evening and you ordered something from me, message me, okay? Because I think I've got everybody's orders, but there may be one or two that have slipped through that I haven't seen. So just give me a little nudge and tell me what it was. Okay, so... I'm only human. I do make mistakes sometimes. Quite a lot of the time, actually. But hey-ho. Right, so let's get going. So those of you that were on the sale last night will know that, will have seen these. We've seen a peeky look at these. Morning, Lindsay. But Julie's got her alphabet back in stock. This is the uppercase alphabet. So that's in stock. Oh, okay, Ginny. I'll yeah, all right. I'll speak to you about that a little bit later today. Okay, so that's back in stock now. So they are $16.99. I do apologise. I haven't had a chance to price these up yet, but I can give you a sort of an average price. Okay. Let's have a look. So these are all called the fancy fresh florals. These are. So these are the fresh. It started already. Fresh floral borders. Okay, from Julie, the fresh floral borders. And then we've got the fresh floral stamps. And then we've got the fresh floral die kit, which coordinates with those stamps. We've also got the fresh floral heart, which is what I'm using this morning. So we're going to be using that today. And then we've got the lowercase alphabet set, which is this one. And this, as I say, I'm not 100% sure how much this is at the moment, but if you say it's about £16.99, £20, something like that, but I can confirm that to you later on today if anybody's interested. But if you look, you've got 2 A's, 2 B's, C, D, 2 E's, 2 H's, 2 R. How fab. How many times do we have to re-put it through the die cut machine because we don't have 2 O's? So they thought about that there. A lot of thought gone into that. So that is brilliant, and with a few exclamation marks as well. So that's the new release from Julie. And this is the card that we're going to be making today. Okay, so it's just quite a quick little pretty card. Haven't done one of these shaped cards for quite a while, so I thought I would do that with you this morning. Okay, right, so I am going to turn you round so that you can see my desk and not me. Oops, sorry guys, wobbling you around. Right, you don't really want to see me leaning right over there, so I think... Hi Debbie. There we go. Okay, right, sorry, let me just pick that up and move it. That's better, that's better. Okay, right, so to start the project we are using a 6 by 6 inch square card. Okay, morning Gay. I am not going to fold that in half just yet, and I am going to change my ink actually. I was using a light ink, but I'm going to darken it up slightly because when I used my jelly rolls on the leaves behind, they lost their clarity a little bit. So I'm going to use a slightly darker colour box. Okay, so this is Storm. Using colour box Storm. Okay. Right, so let's ink up our flower. Right, let me just get the right saying for this. Right, it is called Fresh Floral. I know, it was a boob shot, wasn't it? I know, and because I've not got a jumper on today, I thought, oh no, big boob shot. So this is the Fresh Floral Heart that we're using today. How did I know you was here? Ah, see, special powers. It comes up who's watching, Gay. I'm not a witch, really. It comes up who's watching, so yeah, I knew you were here. I could hear you. I could hear you before I could see you. Right, okay. So, again, as I said, we're not going to fold that just yet. And I'm going to stamp this right in the middle of my card. Okay. So, nice even pressure. And then lift off. Cool. So, that's my nice stamped image. So you can see. Alright, so you can see that stamps really, really nicely. Now, what I'm going to do very, very quickly, and I'm really, really not going to spend much time doing this. I'm not going to do them all. I'm just going to go over, and I'm using just the Sakura Jelly Roll pens to do this. Look at that, I've gone out of the line already. But you're just colouring all those little flowers, okay, and not the 3 big ones. So you're going to colour in. I know, it's beautiful, isn't it? You love it, Guy. You love it. Okay, so these 3 big ones, you're going to leave. You don't have to colour those 3 in. Okay, so just all these little ones behind. So a bit of a colouring in class today. Colouring in and cutting it out. Very, very therapeutic. So I'm just going to do this one. And then I'm going to go on to the next bit, because you don't have to sit there watching me colour in. You all know how to do that. So these are the sparkly jelly rolls. Okay, so you can see they've got a little bit of sparkle in there with them. Hi, Alison. Hi, Tanya. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to fold. If you have... I think I haven't got my bone folder here with me, but you really need a bone folder or a scoring board, okay, because what we're going to do, we are going to fold back. So we're going on the heart inside and we're folding into the middle, okay, and we're just going to crease that across, and that's when your bone folder gives you that nice crease, okay, so it ends up looking like so. And you're thinking to yourself, well, my goodness, that doesn't look right, does it? But what we're going to do next is we're going to take scalpel, craft knife, whichever you use, and we're going to open that back up, and we're going to score, okay, we're going to cut right the way round and down to that crease, okay? So very carefully, and what I do is I just move my arm gently around. Try not to take the nib out of the cut, because that's when you get like a more jagged effect, and down to that crease, okay. And now I'm just going to do the other side, and I'm working on a self-healing mat here, and that definitely helps you get a smoother cut rather than being on a glass mat. Plus also, if you're doing it on a glass mat, it will blunt your tool as well, so it will make the blade of your scalpel blunt very, very quickly. Okay, let's put that away. Right, so I've cut right the way round, so that enables my heart to pop out like so. Okay, so I'm just going to actually crease that a little bit more. I haven't got, as I say, you need a bone folder. haven't got a bone folder here, so that's just marked my card a little bit, but we won't worry too much. Okay, there we go. And then that sits proud. Okay. Right. So next off, we are going to take some of our card. Now you can stamp your, where did I put mine? There it is there. Okay, so we are going to stamp 7 flowers. Okay, I've already done some here. So here's some I made earlier. You get these in the set. So you get 2 of those in the set. And I have done 1, 2, okay, so I've got 3 for the top edge here. So I just need another 3 for the bottom bit here, which is my buffer. You can't see that, can you? So I've got 3 at the top, and then I've got 4 at the bottom. Okay, and they act as my buffer so that my card doesn't slip down. So I am going to, actually, to make it, to do just a little bit of a cheats way of doing it. Let's just get that there, that's better. Okay. I need, what have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, which will go up here. I've got that one, so I need 1 more of each colour. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a circle of dried marigold. So the colours that I've used on mine are Distress Oxides in dried marigold, okay, milled lavender. These are such pretty colours. They look lovely together. They're really sort of quite, oh, what's the word? Gentle colours. I can't think of the word at the minute. It will come to me. It will come to me. Soft colours. That's the word. Soft colours. Okay, and a green one there. There we go. So I've got my colours down. So that's Shabby Shutters that I've just used there. Oh dear. Oh, that serves you right, Tiny, for sitting in the garden when I can't sit in the garden, and I haven't got a cup of tea either. So no sympathy there at all. So there we go. I've got 3 dots. Okay, 3 dots on there. And again, using my Storm colour box, or any grey will do, whether it be pigment based ink. Actually, I should be doing it that way around, that's naughty. Pigment based ink or archival, it's fine, you can use any of those. And I'm going to stamp 1 of those. Actually, this is going to be darker because these I did in Storm. These ones I'm doing, no, those ones I did in Cloud. These ones I'm doing in Storm, so they're going to be slightly darker. And I'm going to do 1 here. And I'm going to do 1 here. Okay. So you can see they're now ready. Subtle colours. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Catherine. I'm always pleased somebody's there to be my dictionary. I'm trying to think of too many things at once. Hiya, Beryl. There we go. So there's those. So what I will do is, I'm not going to cut all these out. I will just cut, let me cut the lilac one out. Just so, because again, you don't need, I always use these great big large scissors, only because they work better for me. When I'm cutting out my flowers like this, I tend to move the paper around as opposed to moving my scissors. And to get the movement in these, I cut right up into the middle part. Can you see that? So right in there, so that we can move, oops, sorry, I'm trying to do this without looking, so that we can give our petals a bit of movement. Okay, so right up to the middle and cutting down. I'll show you when I've finished. Let me just, okay, I'm not making a bit of a pig's ear of this one, but you'll get the gist. Okay, and just that little bit there, brilliant. Okay, right, I think that's enough cutting out for you to watch. But when I say I go right up to the middle, you can see when I pull that up, okay, that's gone right to the middle there, right to the middle. Okay, so cut them right in. Right, so normally I would normally I'd cut these out as well, but as I say, you really don't want to sit there watching me cutting those out. So those of you that have just joined us, we're at this stage now. Okay, that's it, this stage here. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to open my card up and I'm going to add a little bit of interest around the outside. Okay, so this is just going around the outside. So this I'm using again is PS187. It's one of Tracy's new release stencils. And I'm going to be using Shabby Shutters for this. So I am going to go around the edge first. Let's get rid of that because we don't need that. Let's get a bit of paper out. Okay, and I'm just going to go round. Normally I don't use these particularly for doing my edging. I tend to like to use brushes better, but if you struggle with these because you can't get that nice can you see that nice line across there? Yeah, I could have been on Blue Peter, couldn't I? What you can do is you can lift it up and just tap it along the side. Okay, you get the same sort of effect but just not as harsh. There you go. Okay, you can see you get the same effect but just not as harsh. So it depends which way you're more confident in doing your blending. So let's just go around that edge and around that edge, and it just, again, it softens the edges. I'm not a great lover of stark white edges. I like it all to be blended. And then inside I am just going to touch around that bottom edge bit. Okay, just around there, like so. So that's at the bottom of my card, and then round all four edges, and you can see the way that just makes it nice and I can't think of the word again, I'm having a problem this morning, but just softens the whole look. Right, so now I'm going to take my stencil and I'm just going to add just the ends of these leaves. So this is a really good reminder that even though you've got stencils, you don't have to use all of them. You can just use parts of them. Look. And you get a really nice effect from that. So when you've got a stencil, don't think that you've got to use all that stencil. Just use part of it. They go much further then. You get much more use out of them. Okay, so I'm just going to add one more little one at the top there. Hey Nikki, how are you? Hope you're well. Doing all right up there? Okay, so that is, oh look, that is my top bit. Okay, I don't think I did. No, I did do some on that top bit up there. That's fine. Okay, so let's add some down the bottom as well. So let's add a little bit here. Okay, and you can see that when I'm putting the colour onto the card, I'm not doing this. Okay, I'm just dabbing it and giving it a bit of a twist. That just applies a little bit more pressure doing it that way. And I just want one more, just a tiny one at the side here. That's all right, Shirley. You can watch me back, it's no problem. There we go. So that's where we're at the moment. This is really bad today again, isn't it? Let's turn it slightly that way again. There, that's a bit better. Okay. There we go, so that's fine. So that's when the card's closed. Yeah, we're okay, thank you, Nikki. Just keeping ourselves to ourselves and carrying on as best we can, as you probably well know. There we go. Okay, so now I just need to put a few at the bottom here. So again, taking just part of my stencil, my Shabby Shutters. I'm going to twist my smoothie onto here. Okay, and then move it round. So I'm trying to get it so that you can see it. I've got a bit of a glare this morning, I'm not sure. I think it's probably from outside. Yeah, that's a bit better. I'll get the shadow from my chest. You'll probably be able to see it better then. Okay, right, so that actually, let's bring a little bit up on the bottom as well. Oh, I get carried away doing things like this. I love stencil work, as you've probably noticed. There we go. Okay, so we've got a nice, oh gosh, no, that's even worse, isn't it? Hang on, there we go, that's better. So we've got a nice jungle effect going on here. Yeah, I've got that stencil, Shirley. I'll pop it to one side for you. Let me just make a note. Shirley PS187. Okay, there. It's on my pad. I won't forget. Right, so let's start putting this together. So, let's pop that there. Hang on a minute. Let me just bring this down. Is that better? Oh, yeah, look, that's much better. Much, much better. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm pleased you enjoyed it the other day, Nikki. I know, it's really hard to keep motivated. I find, actually. Oh, you'd be fine. You'd be fine. Yes, of course you can. Louise, I'll put you down for one as well. I was a bit nervous when I first started out, but you get used to it, to be quite honest with you. And you know the reason I like it is because I just chat and chat and chat and chat and chat, and nobody can stop me. Nobody can stop me, so I can just carry on and carry on. Brilliant, love it. It's perfect, perfect world. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shape. So they're the ones that I've done. So the one that I just did, I am just going to shape it between my thumb and my finger and just roll it backwards like I did before. I'll put one aside for you, Louise, okay? There we go. And that just gives them just a little bit of definition there, okay? Right. Okay, I'm just going to add, so on the backs of these flowers, I have added some foam pads, but I'm just thinking actually because these ones aren't going to go. So what have I got here? One of those, one of those, one of those. Okay, so I'm taking the foam pads off the back of those because those ones are going to go on glue on here. It's only the buffers at the bottom that go on foam pads. So let's start to put this little baby together. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's add some glitter. Okay, so before the flowers go on, I'm just going to go around the edge. I don't know if you can see it on here, but can you see there's some sparkle around the edge? Thank you, Shirley. Around the edge of that heart, there's some sparkle. So all I've done is I've got my quickie glue pen and I've just run that all the way around the edge of the heart. I'm only going to do that little quarter piece again because you don't want to see me doing that. I'm going to take the top off of here, and this is just Diamond Frost from Creative Expressions. I'm going to pop that, so you put this all the way round. Okay, I'm just going to pop it there just to save a bit of time. You can see, you see that? See that sparkle? I think you can just about make that out. Okay, so that would go all the way around the heart. So let's put that back in. Okay, put the top back on that because we don't want that going everywhere. Now, we are going to add our flowers. So just with a little bit of glue, again, Cosmic Shimmer glue, just in the centre of my flowers. And I'm going to take ones that don't have, so hold up, these haven't got, so I'm going to have, and even if you don't marry them up, it doesn't really matter. You could colour them actually, if you coloured them as well, and then if you didn't marry them up, it wouldn't matter so much. But I've not coloured mine. So one there, one there, and one down the bottom here. Okay, so you can see there's my flowers. Okay, so yours would all be filled in really nicely like this one and coloured in. And that's my flowers. So now I can add my buffer. Now I always add the buffer bit when my card is up where I want it so that I know that they're going in the correct place. So I'm going to push that back slightly and then just pop that one down. Okay, so these are the ones that go on. Oh yeah, Shirley. It's because Millie, it's not her real name. Her real name's Shirley. That's the reason why, in case anybody thinks I'm going mad. But it is, her real name is Shirley. I did nearly call her Millie last night, but no, her name is Shirley. Right, so these go on foam pads. They're on foam pads because they need to be lifted slightly. And the reason is because they're acting as a buffer. So I'm going to put another one this side just so that I know what I'm doing. And then later on, I will add, so that I've got an even number, I'll add another 2. Okay, so there's 3, there's 4 there. So, but because it's a group of 3 and one on its own, it looks like an odd number. Okay, did I say even just then? I think I did actually, but I meant odd numbers. You know, I always work in 1s, 3s, 5s. Okay, so no, it's not the very last thing actually. It's one of the latter things that we've got to do is you get a lovely sentiment as well. In here it says, to a special couple. So I'm going to use that today. So again, using my mat here, I like to lay everything up so I know everything is straight and I can use the lines behind. And that's the theory anyway, to see that that is straight. That's lovely. Okay, and again, I'm going to stamp that in the same colour that I did my heart and my leaves. So just very gently tapping that. You can do, Sheila. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, just or you can just send me a messenger message and I'll pick that up. Okay. It'll be tomorrow when I sort all that out, my lovely. If that's okay with you, because I'm chasing my tail a little bit today. There we go. And just very gently, and I think you'll agree that that is just a beautiful, beautiful clear stamp. I love it. I really do love it. I've put a little bit of jelly roll in the 2 hearts at the end. I'm not going to do that just now because that needs time. That needs time to dry because jelly roll is quite a wet pen. It dries quite quickly, but it is quite wet. Okay. Chop that off and trim this up, and then I'm going to edge it just with and I'm not going to re-ink my smoothie wherever I've put my smoothie. Where did I put my smoothie? Ah, there it is. Okay, so I'm not going to, oh, you're very welcome. I'm not going to re-ink it again at all. Just with what's left on there, I'm just going to tap around that edge. You can add glitter around the edge with your Quickie glue pen. It's entirely up to you. This is just showing you the basics of what you can do. But you could add a different sentiment, anything at all. Okay, I'm going to add some foam pads to this. So 3 little foam pads on there. And then I'm going to pop that, let's have a look, let's pop that across the bottom there. Okay, so just, there we go, and that should, hang on a minute, it should, there we go. Okay, we'll get there in a minute, don't worry, technical issue. There we go. Okay, so that is our finished card. It's lovely, isn't it, Tanya? I think it's beautiful font. Really, really lovely. So that's the finished card. Well, that's how you do the card. This is the actual finished card, okay, that you can see there. Let me just pull it back a little bit, pull it over. There you go. The only thing that I haven't told you about is I've used some enamel accents. Oh, I love the enamel accents, if you've noticed. And I have just dotted these in the centre of the flowers and just dotted them around a little bit just to give it a little bit of interest. But yeah, these are my favourite go-tos at the moment. I'm going through everybody's messages from last night later on today, Liz, so I'll be sorting all the orders out. So if you do decide you want one, nothing's going to be sorted or ready to go until tomorrow. Okay, so don't worry. As I say, at the moment I'm concentrating on getting the people that are doing the Facebook Live with Joe Firth Young on Saturday, their goods to them in the post. So everybody else I will sort out tomorrow and hopefully get them in. Hi Siobhan, I'm pleased you're watching. I put a little message on here earlier for you, so you'll have to sit back and listen to it. I don't know when you've got your test today, but I really do wish you all the luck. Okay, I hope it goes all right. Let us know how you get on, won't you? All right. I know it's a beautiful stamp set, isn't it? So for those of you that have just turned up, I will very quickly go back over. These are the new stamps. Yeah, let me turn you up so you can see who you're talking to. Okay, so these are the new stamps from Julie Hickey. We've got, here we go, fresh florals, if you can see that. Fresh florals. I'm still getting used to this. I'm still getting used to this mirror image. Okay, and that's the fresh florals die set. And then we've got the fresh floral border. And we've got the lowercase alphabet. Okay, that's the lowercase alphabet. These, if I remember rightly, are £8.50. Okay, so that probably is £8.50. That one being the same. Dies are £8.99 normally. The uppercase alphabet is £16.99. Okay, and I'm not quite sure what the lowercase is going to be because obviously that's quite a bit bigger die set, so it will be, I would say, between £16.99 and early 20s, something like that. But I will, oh, let me pull that forward. There you go, there you go. I will find out, price those up later on today once I've done everything else. Anyway, as I say, good luck, Siobhan, this afternoon. Let us know how you get on. Sending you all my love. Everybody else, stay safe, keep well. And I will be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Just a heads up, Debbie Kimber, who works with me at the shop with myself and Becky, is going to be doing the Lavinia card. She popped a Lavinia card on the shop Facebook page yesterday and had lots and lots of nice comments about it. So she is going to do a Facebook Live. It won't be live, okay, she's going to pre-record it, but she's going to do that for me today. So that will either be with us tomorrow, or it will be with us on Tuesday, because we are going to keep in line with the bank holidays, okay. I've got quite a bit of catching up to do. So there won't be any Facebook Lives on Good Friday, Saturday, Sunday or Easter Monday, but we will be back on Tuesday. Okay. Right, so let me just go back here. Oh, okay, so you've been tested, right. So how long, Siobhan, does it take for you to get the test results back? Is it quite quick? The heart stamp, Tanya, is... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. Thank you for reminding me. That's the one that we used today. The heart's fresh floral heart. Okay, that's that one. That's £8.50. And you get the heart and you get the two flowers at the side here. Okay. Yeah, I've got the glossy accent for you, June, but I can add to that the heart. So that's June. And you want the Julie Hickey heart. And the uppercase alphabet, no problem. Uppercase alphabet. Okay, I will sort that out later for you. 48 hours, Siobhan. Oh gosh, that's quite a long time, isn't it? To when you're sort of waiting for results. Well, let us know how you get on. Fingers crossed. And if it is what you probably think it might be, I hope you don't suffer too badly. I hope it's over and done with quite quickly for you, my darling. Sue Briscoe, yes, you can have the stamp too. So that's Sue B. I better put Briscoe, hadn't I? Because I get you muddled up with Sue Baker. So So you want the Julie Hickey heart. Okay. Yep, that's lovely. No problem. Yeah, you better tidy your craft room. Look at the state of mine. I wouldn't worry too much. Look at the state of mine. Honestly, there's everything everywhere. You should have seen it this morning with all the orders from last night. You take care too, Nikki, and stay safe. And I am going to get up to your shop very, very soon. Hopefully, when all this is over, I'm going to start making the effort to do things that I've been saying I'm going to do for ages, and I just never get around to doing them. So yeah, I'm going to make the effort to come up and see you. Shirley, yes, of course you can. So Shirley, the heart stamp as well. So it's Julie Hickey heart. Yeah, that's fine, no problem. Right, so without further ado, I'm going to shoot off because I need to drive to Brentwood now. Yeah, I know. I think. Do you know what, Catherine? I think it's just luck of the draw, isn't it? You hear all sorts of people that just recover so quickly, and then others that obviously it takes longer, and I don't know. It's I think you just have to be really careful. So right, I've got to go because I've got to now jump in my car. I'm driving to Paper Artsy, who are in the middle of the back of Beyond, which is actually probably good because I won't come into any contact there. And if I get stopped on the way, I'll say that it is for emergency supplies because I think you'll all agree that craft supplies are an emergency, definitely. So, and it's, as I say, what we've said before is that we're doing the drop and knock. We are just one going out and dropping to lots and lots of different people. So fingers crossed we will be able to carry on doing it for as long as we can. Anyway, I shall speak to you all either tomorrow or I will see you all on Tuesday, depending. So if it is Debbie tomorrow, then obviously you won't see me. So have a wonderful Easter and I'll see you back on Tuesday. But if Debbie doesn't get her butt into gear, which she will do, won't you, Debbie? Then I will... Can I do what? Can you do it here, please? Do what? I've forgotten what I said, Shirley. What did I say? I can't remember. But I will show you the new Paper Artsy stamps that I've got. Okay. Yeah, it is absolutely 100% good for mental health. But no, I'll tell you what I'll do. I shall see if I can pop on a little bit later. Oh, shop right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I will do that on here. But yeah, have a great Easter, everybody. I'll show you later the new release that I've got from Joe Firth Young and Seth Apter. Okay, and then Tracy's. So maybe I'll do that Good Friday morning just as a quickie for you. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so I'm going to dash. Otherwise, I'm going to meet myself coming back, and I shall see you all soon. Take care, everybody. Love to all. Bye.